There's a question in the chat from Yoshi who says, I was raped, a profound violation of my body. So in the course, is this a lesson that I am not my body?
Oh,
As
well,
is
well,
typical, the person who raped me is someone I considered a friend. I would just first off start with, I'm sorry that happened to you in form. That happened to you in form, and that must not have been a really great classroom. In fact, a terrible classroom. And I can also say there's many women here, maybe men too, most likely, who have also felt that violation, from penetration to just, having aspects of ourselves raped. And I'm a person who experienced that several times in my life. And I believed that that colored me and defined me for a rather long time, which was feeling like I was walking around under a cloak of guilt and shame and stupidity that I had somehow allowed this to happen. And then I went to see a practitioner because in becoming a spiritual practitioner, we had to look at everything in our lives. And one of the things we had to look at was our sexual history. And so I had to look at that experience of being raped on the campus of Columbia University, where, these two scribes actually created this book, interesting enough. And she said to me, there's a place within you where this was never touched. This thing, this experience never tainted or touched that space within you that is eternally pure and innocent. And for whatever reason, I was able to leave that session and no longer feel that that thing defined me. Many things will happen. We will lose a job, a husband will leave, a baby will die. These are things that happen in form, but they don't inform us. Jesus was crucified, but it did not inform him. What informed him was his resurrection, was the fact that he was not crucifiable. You are not crucifiable. You're not even rapeable. Your body can endure many things and will be used as a perfect classroom so that you can tell someone someday, though this happened in my body, I didn't finally let it define me. As I'm telling you today, it does not have to define you. You are perfect. You are innocent. You are pure. You are holy. And you are so much bigger than that moment that happened in time. And I know that that can be a really, hard thing to grapple with, but we get to walk each other home. We get to walk each other home. In the course, it says, if you have been trespassed against, to ask this question: would I accuse myself of doing this? Would I accuse myself of raping someone? Oh, yeah, I have definitely raped different people. What is rape? Rape is stealing something because I didn't think I could get it any other way. Have I done that? Oh, yeah, I have. Why? Why did I do that? Because I was scared and I didn't know. I just didn't know that there were other options for me. And so when I can stop separating myself from my brother and actually understand like how he walks in these shoes, that compassion is going to free me. This is so you become untethered by your own crucifixions. I would even ask you to look at another thing where you say, as is typical, the person who raped me is someone I considered a friend. This is not typical, although it might be typical in the world. And I would take that to the Holy Spirit and say, why do I think that, that friends are going to, stick a knife in my back? Because that's something to heal. That is not a truth. That is something to heal. And when you ask later on that, now what do I do about the relationship? You can ask every single one of us here and you're going to get a different answer. The only way you're going to get what would be most helpful is if you go to the Holy Spirit. And you have to practice that relationship with the Holy Spirit because you have an internal compass that is going to steer you to the most elegant and exquisite decision making process around this. And the Holy Spirit will say, take a rest, or don't worry, I'm going to protect you and it will be safe, or whatever the Holy Spirit will say. We can't guess that for you, nor should we even attempt to. But I promise you, if you go to the Holy Spirit, you will get the answer to this question. And you're asking the right questions. You're just not asking the right people. Got to ask the Holy Spirit for that one. And we can walk each other home. And if you get and when you get the answer, come back and tell us. Tell us what you got, because it will be so helpful. We're not going to
That's
let you hang here.
yes, and thank you, Yoshi and Maureen, for your incredible courage and vulnerability to share that with us. Thank you.